Today we're tackling AD0-E138, 6 questions covering AEM concepts that constantly trip people up on the real exam.
Yeah, we're looking at some seriously practical stuff today. Things like managing asset workflows, setting up caching strategies, and, how to prep for multi-channel campaigns.
Exactly, and the best way to nail these, walk through actual exam questions. So let's jump right into some real problems.
Sounds good. Let's start at the very beginning of the content lifecycle.
Right, so when you drop a brand new image into AEM, what standard workflow automatically starts? The exam usually gives you options like metadata writeback, forward activation, or DAM update asset.
Wait, let me think about this. I'd probably lean toward metadata right back.
Oh, really? Why is that?
Well, I mean, when you import a file, pulling in all that data like the tags and file size, it just feels like the most crucial first step.
It is so tempting because it sounds like an import step, but that's actually the trap.
Oh, so I fell for it.
Yeah, the correct workflow is DAM update asset. Think of DAM update asset as the intake receptionist at a clinic.
Okay, I follow.
They create your initial file and extract the baseline metadata so the system can even read it.
Ah, I see. So what does metadata write back do then?
That just syncs updates back to the original file later on. It doesn't actually create the asset.
Right, right. And we can quickly eliminate activation workflows entirely since those handle publishing, not the initial import.
Exactly. Once those assets are safely in the system, how do we use them to interact with customers?
Right. That brings us to AEM Forms. The exam asks which two business needs AEM Forms addresses.
And the options are usually things like dynamic rendering, reducing storage costs, or capturing and processing customer data.
Well, I'll play devil's advocate here. AEM is famous for dynamic web experiences, so dynamic rendering has to be one of them, right?
You are suffering from a bit of scope confusion there.
Wait, really?
Yeah, dynamic rendering is definitely a core AEM feature, but it belongs to AEM sites. AEM Forms is fundamentally different.
Oh, right, because in the real world, you'd have like a bank using AEM Forms to capture a mortgage application and route it for automated approval.
Exactly. It has nothing to do with dynamic rendering or reducing storage costs.
And that automated routing is actually a perfect transition into our next scenario, which asks about the main business benefit of using AEM workflows.
Yeah, the test throws out options like tuning front-end performance, improving your caching strategy, or automating content approval and publishing.
I could see an engineer arguing for the performance options. Like, if workflows are running efficiently, couldn't that tune up your front end?
Nope, that is a classic architectural trap. The correct answer is automating content approval and publishing.
Oh, wow.
Think of AEM workflows as the factory assembly line ensuring quality control before a product ever ships.
Ah, and caching and front-end tuning are just the delivery trucks taking the final product to the store.
You got it. Workflows build it, caching delivers it.
Yeah.
But you can't build that assembly line without the right blueprints.
Right, which brings us to implementation planning. The exam asks which 3 actions ensure a successful implementation.
Do you define clear business goals, develop a content strategy, and align business and development teams? Or do you just let the IT team make all the decisions?
Honestly, AEM is highly technical.
Mm.
Familiarity bias makes me want to say, just leave it to IT. Keep the business side out of it to avoid scope creep.
A lot of implementations fail for that exact reason. IT is the contractor, but the business team is the architect.
Right, so if they don't talk, you build a house no one can live in.
Exactly. So you absolutely need to align the teams, set clear goals, and have a content strategy.
So you built the perfect platform with the right teams. Now, how do you handle heavy web traffic?
The exam asks which caching method best reduces load on AEM publish instances. The main conflict is between enabling JCR-level caching versus configuring AEM dispatcher caching rules.
How would you approach that?
Well, JCR caching sounds the most robust because it's right at the database tier, close to the metal.
It does sound powerful, but computationally, it's a disaster.
Wait, why?
Because if you cache at the JCR level, every single user request still hits your AEM server. The server still burns compute power processing the traffic.
Oh, I see. So the dispatcher is the right answer.
Yes. The dispatcher sits at the web server level. It's like a bouncer at a popular club.
Ah, intercepting the massive crowd outside so the club manager, your publish instance, never even sees the traffic.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
we can deliver pages fast. But what if we're delivering them to completely different platforms?
Right. Our final scenario looks at best practices for a multi-touchpoint campaign across web, social, and email.
The exam wants to know if you should use identical formats everywhere or adapt the content for each platform while preserving a unified brand voice.
I mean, I'd argue for using identical formats everywhere just to save a fortune on development costs.
And you would completely ruin your conversion rates. The correct approach is adapting per platform while keeping one unified strategy.
Oh, because if you use identical formats everywhere, it's like wearing the exact same outfit to the gym and to a wedding.
Perfect analogy. You need to keep your personal style, your brand voice, but dress appropriately for the venue.
That's all the key points we shared for the AD0-E138 exam today. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, subscribe and leave us a comment.